What is up, everybody? Ace here, and we are back on the Jsano19 server, and we are back by our jungle base, and we have a new neighbor, Mr. Nakes here. Guess we can go check out and see what he's been doing. Hello. So yeah, we are at our jungle location. I think what we're going to do is some caving for this episode, or at least some wandering around. It looks like he's captured some sheep. Doesn't look like he has an exact way up here just yet. Here's his little place that he's starting to work on. Yep. Got some potatoes. It's got a nice water feature. I'm sure I'm not entering this place correctly. Oh yeah, looks like we gotta go in through here. Maybe? No, this looks like a cave that he just explored. Well, it's up there. There it is. So yeah, let's go explore a little bit. We'll probably do some caving. And talk a little bit. Mainly about my moving situation. To update on work, nothing special. You know, schedules are kind of getting a little wonky, but basically I was put on for Sunday, to work Sunday, and then I was taken right back off it. And now this coming Wednesday, I am supposed to be closing. Well, not closing, but I'm working evenings then instead of mornings, which I don't particularly like, but I'll do it. But besides that, everything's pretty quiet. Probably by the time you've watched this, which should be Sunday, I'll have another paycheck in my pocket, and probably have already spent it on whatever I needed to spend it on. But yeah, the main thing that's causing a bit of a dilemma is the moving situation. I'm supposed to, or at least I'm planning on moving to New Hampshire by January or February, in which my initial plan was to move in with my cousin and his fiance once I got a job. I would stay with my grandmother once I get there, and then move in with my cousin and his fiance once I got a job. Unfortunately, my cousin and his fiance kind of broke up, I believe. I don't know if they're officially... I don't know if that's still an official thing or not. But, I saw a post on Facebook that they decided to break up. And, whether or not that's the case, they still seem to be living together, but whether or not that's the case, they have moved back in with my aunt. My cousin used to live with my aunt, and then moved out with his fiance once they got together, and now they're moving back in because of financial issues. So my plans to stay with them kinda fell through in that aspect. So I'm at a bit of a dilemma, which is what do I do in terms of moving? Which leaves me with three options. Technically, I've always had these options, but they are kind of more prominent now that my plan A doesn't seem to be a thing now. By the way, on top of my cousin looking to move, or yeah, but on top of my cousin moving back in with my aunt, he is also looking to move down to Florida sometime in May. So pretty much he'll be looking to move down here by the time I decide to move up there. Where are we? Which, also kind of sucks. But, yeah, so I got 3 options right now. Option number 1 is I continue to go ahead with my original plan, in which I instead stay with my grandmother until I have enough money to move out on my own. Option B would be to stay here in Florida, since I have a job here. I don't necessarily need to move. And if I do want to move, I could just, go somewhere here in Florida. As much as I would hate to be staying in Florida, it is, I guess, what I would call a safe option. Because I'm not too far from family and whatnot. Although, my mom said that she would like to move out soon as well, by June. So, everybody's looking to move. Option 3 is, to just move somewhere else entirely. Just pick a different place. Which, I'm honestly I'm looking into it right now. Preferably, I would like to move to a place that has a Freddy's Steak Burger restaurant, so I could just kind of transfer from one job location to another. That would definitely help financially. But anywhere that I could just get a job would be great. So this cave was a bit of a bust. So that is one option of mine. And, yeah, I've been looking around a bit at, a few places. Ooh, glad I got my boots on. Wow, I cleared all those mountains, really? There's my place. I'll try to find a better cave. But yeah, I've been looking at places like, looking at New Hampshire, as well as pretty much anywhere in the New England area, so New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts. Haven't looked at Rhode Island. I don't know why, I just kind of haven't cared to look. But I've also looked at places like other locations in Florida, as well as Colorado, and Colorado, Oregon, and Washington, which are 3 places that I would love to move to. They're out west, which I've never been out west, so that would be kind of a nice brand new experience. But, the problem with going with option C, the problem with doing that is mainly the fact that I would need more money to do it, and probably a better job with a better income. As much as I enjoy the one I have, and even if I can find a place like another Freddy's location, it may not pay quite as well, or I'll still be stuck with the minimum wage, which wouldn't be too good. However, it would be a nice new experience for me. And if I have a job, I could probably find a way to make do with things. I don't really know where to go. I don't want to stray too far from where we are. That's cool. You don't get to see these much anymore. What I'd love to see is like one of those islands with like a a spawner in it, a dungeon, or even a little cave system. I don't think that's how the mechanics work, though. But yeah, that's the risk for option C. Option B, there's not really much of a risk. Like I said, it's a safe thing. It's a safe option. I guess two problems that I would have is, number one, my initial disinterest in Florida with the heat and all. However, if I move to somewhere like Tampa or, you know, somewhere around there, I probably could tolerate it better, because I do like Tampa. I do like the surrounding area there. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Florida. And my whole intention, well, one of the main reasons why I want to move is to get out of Florida. The other was for a better job opportunity. Of course, I have a job now, so that kind of defeats that purpose. But, so yeah, there's a couple things there. Oh yeah, another thing is the fact that my mom wants to move, and she said if I stay any longer than January or February, that she may end up asking me to help out, pay for expenses, which would, probably cause me to delay my plans to move somewhat, because I wouldn't be making quite as much. And since I'm on minimum wage, I don't have much to begin with. So, and there's not really any good caves around here. I guess I would have to, like, dive into one, or dig into one. This is just a regular ravine. Unless there's something that way. Ooh, almost fell. Let's see. So, probably the option with the least amount of risk to it would probably be to go and stay with my grandmother up in New Hampshire. Because it would end up being the best of both options there, in which I'd be able to move and get out of Florida. I'd have somewhere to stay, in which if I get a job, I can, you know, help pay for stuff. Which, even though that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid doing here, but, you know, help out around the house at least. And then, if I save up enough money, I could move out somewhere. But, it's all dependent on a lot of stuff, so. Yeah, I started looking around at apartments in different places, as well as how much it would cost to even get to each state. Moving to somewhere like Tampa wouldn't be too bad. You know, I'd still be in Florida. And I guess around all of my old friends, although some of my newer friends who live in New England, I wouldn't be able to see them quite as readily or regularly. If I moved up to New England, I'd be quite a bit closer. And I just want a decent cave here. I'm definitely gonna have to dig into one, I guess. And we're kinda wasting a lot of time by itself just wandering around. I did get some iron, though. Got a decent amount of iron. So I'd call that a success. So yeah. I've kind of tallied up an estimate on my savings, how much money I would earn between now and January or February, in which it's a very rough estimate that doesn't count any expenses or whatnot, but I'd be right around $1,000 to $3,000 by then. And like I said, that doesn't count any expenses, so, you know, if you factor in, you know, gas and, yeah, I still gotta work on my car a little bit. There's some things that I'd like to pay off. And, things like, you know, bills like credit card, car insurance, things like that. You know, there's a few things that that would subtract from that. Things that could add to it would be, you know, more hours, maybe a raise. I don't know if that could happen within 2 months, but more hours maybe. Maybe a little bonus. I don't know. This is lame. These caves are lame around here. How's this one? That's not promising. Nope. So yeah, it's kinda decent. Lot to consider, but stop. But overall not too bad. Just a lot to keep in mind. See, it looks like somebody already caved all this out. I guess we're not gonna do much of anything then. We just did a lot of running around. We did some minor caving, but not enough to really do anything with it. Guess I can stock up on all this coal that's lying around though. Look at all this. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. And hopefully this doesn't turn into a similar scenario that I had before, where I was good friends with this guy Nate, who lived in Arkansas, and he lived with a roommate and was looking to get his own place. And talked about maybe moving in together at a house if you could get one. And I was talking about my plans to move and the money I was trying to save up, which wasn't really getting anywhere because I kept spending it all. And then it kind of ended up, the house that he was looking at, apparently, what was it? It was up for foreclosure, I believe. But the owner of the house said it wasn't, or something like that. And so there's a big ol', I wouldn't say a legal issue, but there was a pretty big issue going on there. And it ended up becoming nothing. So, yeah, that never happened. And then, of course, he and I went our separate ways. He's in Texas, working at SeaWorld in San Antonio, and I'm still here in Florida. So, I haven't talked to him since I last visited him, actually. Last time I visited him was when I left the army, so last May was when I last spoke to him. So, I have no idea how he's doing. So yeah, that was a plan to move that fell through in that situation. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Because I've had way too many times where I've planned stuff or promised something and then it kind of fell through for one reason or another. And, you know, I spent so much time talking about it and how it's going to be great and things are going to happen, and then it doesn't. Alright, let's check out this cave. And I'm still going to have to end the episode off soon, but maybe this one's kind of promising. do something with it. Maybe at least get a bit more iron before the episode's over. So, the Merry Gamer, who has been fairly busy recently, apparently has done a prank on Muckluck, which I could see it on the overview. It doesn't seem to have been cleaned up yet, and Muckluck released a video on it already. But dang, not even any iron in here. But just realized we haven't done a prank in a long time, and I'm usually one that does a lot of pranking. I've been quite known for it. Matter of fact, if you look at my history, especially when I was on the Equilibrium server, I'd be doing a prank like every 2 or 3 episodes. And in reality, it was, 2 or 3 episodes could have translated into like a week or 2, but episodes wise, it's like, oh, another one. But yeah, we haven't done one in a while. I don't even remember what the last one was. Not off the top of my head, at least. Oh yeah, it was the Stanley Cup prank, I believe, on Merry Gamer. Which wasn't much of a prank as it was a pixel art thing, though he did have to clean it up. Yeah, we built the Stanley Cup underneath the space station. And that was like last June or July, something like that. Or this past June or July. So, man, these caves are so lame. I guess we're gonna have to call it quits then. Stupid freaking caves. Let's at least find our way back. I guess the next time we're out here we can do more work around the jungle house. Maybe we can get a prank going. But yeah, there's been stuff. I've been looking around the outskirts of the mountain that we're on, and I'm kind of getting a couple ideas. So maybe we can put some of those into action. Let's see our lit up mountain from here. So yeah, looks like our caving chances were a bust. That's alright. We still got a decent amount of iron, so we can drop these seeds though. Don't need those. Maybe we could do something with this little thing. Not sure what. Make a lighthouse. In case anybody gets lost on this lake. But yeah, like right here, this little nook right here, kind of want to maybe at least clear it out a little bit, or maybe leave it as is. I don't know. I'll have to look at it a little bit more. But that side, maybe clean that up a little so we can get a better view of the lake out there. You can see it fairly decently, I guess, from this window. This tree is the only one that's really in the way. So I guess if I were to take any of them down, it would be that one. Otherwise it seems nice. Let's see. Take a quick look around, see if there's anything nearby that we could just, see, there's that. I want to do something right along here, maybe. I'm not sure what, but set something up. I guess one thing we should do is try to get a railway all the way out here. Well, yeah, I'm going to finish this episode off here. We got some stuff, so we're not doing too badly. I'll just put them here. So this, we'll do that. This for this, and this for this. Cool. So yeah, that should do for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I shall see you all next time.